Cool, right, let's run through some checks, which should be behind you, and we'll get off the ground. So, take off, pre-flight parking brake, down here, that's set, seats are secure. I need to do my seat up.
How's it, the iPad got maps on it and stuff?
Yeah. I'll go very fast. Seat harnesses are secure. Flight controls, just watch your knees for a minute. Full and correct movement. Autopilot not fitted. Static source is, we've only got one, so that's set to normal. Avionics are all off for the minute. Mixture is set to rich. Throttle is, let's try doing the actual feedback view, set, master is on, beacon is on, mixture is fully rich, throttle is cracked, fuel pump is on, prime if required, which we do.
Very nice chunky switches.
Yeah. Fuel is primed, mixture is full forward, we've done that, prop area is clear, mags, clear prop, let's give it another try. Fuel pump is on. Clear prop.
Clear that route, don't really want that. And go flying, cool. Right, I'll just have a chat to the tower and then we'll get on our way. So, Old Sarum Radio Golf Alpha Tango Oscar Romeo 2POB for a flight to Thuxton, request airfield information and radio check.
Golf Alpha Tango Oscar Romeo, Sarum Radio, good afternoon, readability 5. Runway 24, left hand circuit, the QNH 1016.
24 left hand circuit 1016 and taxiing down, Golf Oscar Romeo. Okay, so what we're going to do, we're going to pull off to the side here and I'm just going to run the engine up just to check we're all good to go. Hopefully the rain will have pushed through by the time we're done with that because it looks fairly bright out that way, which is what we want. Okay, so that temperature's just starting to rise, it's just on the white, it doesn't look like it but it does come up. So we can run through our checks. So we're set to 1800. We're going to check these have carburetors on them and what they're prone to. Today's great, like today's a good example, is carburetor icing. So water gets into the carburetor gets cold, ice up, you can't get enough heat in. So we need to check that our carburetor heat works, which is basically you just reroute the exhaust through the engine. So what we should notice, because it's unclean air essentially, we should notice a drop in power. Right. So when we pull that out, get a lovely drop in power. If that increased, that means there's ice. Right. Not a good sign. But that drop, that's fine, that's within our limits. So we push that in, it comes up. We're looking for about 150 RPM drop, which is exactly what happens. We have those two sets of magnetos that I was talking about earlier, the power our spark plugs. We need to check both of those work. So if I go on to our, I think it's annoyingly left first, we should notice a drop again, which we do.
Yeah.
More than 50, no more than 150. Back to both, and then we'll go to our right one. Again, no more than 150, but more than 50. And also, there's not a separation. There's no more than 75 RPM between them as well.
Right.
That could indicate something. Gyro suction. A few of these instruments are powered off a vacuum. Essentially, we've got between 4 and 6. I'm happy that that's working. DI. This is basically a mechanical version of that.
Right.
Compasses are notoriously inaccurate, so we'll set this off that. So we're just about heading 2-4, which is good because that's what the runway's off. Altimeter is set, that's fine. I need to call out, I forgot what the QNH was actually. And everything else is set. Flaps, we'll go 2 set stages for departure today. And otherwise everything's good. Landing light can come on, nav light can come on, fuel's on. Let's try our right hand tank. You know I said there's 2 tanks. I'll try the right hand tank on the ground now. I don't want to get up there and find that the right hand tank doesn't work. Not great, but we've switched over to the right hand tank. There's no issues, so that's fine. We can go onto our squawk, that tells radar units what we are, where we are, what we're doing. Otherwise we're good to go. So let's just check when I bring the throttle out, we're idling in the green, which we are, and then we'll get the engine back up to temperature. Okay, I'm all set if you are.
Yep, I'm good.
Go for Oscar Romeo, 2-4. Can we just request the QNH again?
QNH 1016.
1016, and we're ready for departure. Go for Oscar Romeo.
Golf Oscar Romeo, roger. 210 degrees, 12 knots.
Roger, go for Oscar Romeo. Okay. The wind's all good, wind's down our run. We turn onto our centre line. Our DI is coming round. It will show runway 24 in a minute, which it does.
Yep.
T4, everything's set. Let's go. You also notice we'll run over 2 signs here that say 24 in a minute. There we go.
Oh yeah, I see that.
So airspeed's alive. Okay, we've got 50% airspeed by 70% of the runway. And we're up. Easy as that.
It says.
Yeah, I'm going to pull our throttle back a bit because we're at altitude. Level off. We rocket up into the clouds.
What's our flight time?
Probably maybe 10-15 minutes.
Okay.
Have a chat to ATC. Overhead Alderbury, are you aware if Boscombe / Middle Wallop are open today? Golf Oscar Romeo.
Golf Oscar Romeo, Boscombe were shooter flying earlier. I believe they're probably on a close for lunch, but they have got aircraft in the air from the flying club I can hear on the Boscombe frequency. Middle Wallop, I'm not too sure about.
Well, did you know if the MAPS is active?
No, the MAPS is definitely not active, so as long as you avoid their ATZ, you should be fine.
Fantastic. So we're routing out towards Middle Wallop and will remain on frequency at this time. Golf Oscar Romeo.
Roger.
Try and skirt that nice patch of rain, otherwise that's going to catch us up by the time we get there. Would be even quicker, but we've got Boscombe, Middle Wallop, Porton Down all sat in the middle, which is...
I take it they're all no-fly zones.
They're not well, Porton Down is, but the other two aren't no-fly zones. They're just ATZ, which means it's the air traffic unit. If the cloud's high enough, we can just fly over them. But today, that's not the case. So yeah, so our airspeed's just about
Good morning, also Major. This is Golf Oscar XA Oscar Mike en route from Bournemouth, PA28.
No, yeah, about 90 to 100 mile an hour, which is kind of what we'll sit at. Maybe a bit faster if we can. Altitude, so it's 1600 feet. That's not 1600 feet above the ground, that's 1600 feet above the sea.
Yeah.
So because the sea's higher, because the land's higher. Heading, well, that's our artificial horizon, so that should show us where the horizon is if we were to get into cloud, but we shouldn't / wouldn't.
South of beam Thuxton, correction, south of beam middle wallop and changing frequency to Thuxton on 130.450, Golf Oscar Romeo.
Golf Oscar Romeo, roger.
Cool, so if you press the little arrow button in the middle,
That one there.
yep, go for it. Should see, hey, this one. So now we're on Thuxton frequency.
Right, I see.
So we're taking off from Old Sarum, flying round middle wallop, and we'll be Thuxton not too long.
So we'll go out and then come back again.
Yeah. You too.
Such a cool app.
Yeah, it's great. Not cheap, mine.
Sorry?
Not cheap.
No, I can imagine.
100 quid a year or something.
Really? Wow.
Right, I'll just have a chat to Thuxton.
Thuxton Radio Golf Alpha Tango Oscar Romeo, 6 miles to the south east, request landing information.
Golf Alpha Tango Oscar Romeo, readability 5, advised with the airfield insights. Runway 25 in use, secure fee 1005.
25 in use, 1005, will advise on airfield in sight. Any circuit direction, Golf Oscar Romeo?
Okay, I've got no traffic to affect. It's a left base join or a straight on approach for runway 25 if you wish. If you wish to join overhead, 1,500 feet right hand circuit pattern.
For airfield in sight, we'll join left base for runway 25, Golf Oscar Romeo.
That's the same shower that we went through before we took off.
Oh wow.
But it passed us by, we've taken off, circle round, and it's caught us up.
Left base 25 to land, Golf Oscar Romeo.
Oscar Romeo, report final number 1.
Report final number 1, Golf Oscar Romeo.
Flap range, so 1 notch of flaps.
Final 25 to land, Golf Oscar Romeo.
Golf Oscar Romeo, surface wind is 230, 10 knots. I have no traffic to affect on the fixed wing approach. If you keep your approach slightly higher as you cross the racing circuit, that's in use.
There's the racer, you can see a car go around.
Oh yeah, see it. When I'm driving.
Yeah, you will be. And with that,
Landing this.
thanks. There's the rain.
Aha.
Well timed.
Left of the Alpha, Golf Oscar Romeo.
Okay, so just confirm your intentions.
Parking, we've got a track day to go to, Golf Oscar Romeo.
That's understood, yeah. Alpha then, next to the DA40, that's just being embarked.
Alpha to the DA40, Golf Oscar Romeo.
There's a Kira.
Ah, there is.
Probably get on line. The line's used to grass.
Sorry?
But should probably get on the taxi line.
Pushing ready to go, then it's ready for departure. Yourself, traffic to effect surface wind indicating 22012.
Basically,
22012, off in this air.
Way back, thank you very much.